So it looks like you've started doing some research on apartments, and maybe you live here in the city, or maybe you know absolutely nothing about Dallas, Texas. And regardless of the case, you're going to want to check out this video. We are in Uptown, and we are going to cover everything that there is to know about the luxurious Ashton high-rise. And we're going to be walking through everything: valet parking, guest parking, the dog park, the gym, floor plans, the pricing, the incentives, the lobby, the elevators, every single nook and cranny, so that way you can get an idea on if the Ashton could be a good fit for you. And if it's your first time swinging by the channel, welcome. My name's Lucas. I'm an apartment locator here in Dallas, and every single day I get calls, texts, and emails from folks like you and 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 you, helping them find apartments and condos all throughout the Dallas area. So if you ever have any questions about anything that I cover, or if you need help finding a spot here in Dallas, feel free to drop me a line. All of my information is below in the description, and I would be more than happy to help answer any questions that you might have. So without any further ado, let's go check out the Ashton. The Ashton is a 21-story high-rise built back in 2005 that is comprised of 267 units, ranging from 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, and penthouses. They also have a spread of amenities ranging from the pool lounge, gym, valet parking, residence lounge, and we are going to cover everything. And one of the things that I really like about this building is that it's really quiet and peaceful as you're walking in. It's super clean. All of the residents seem to be pretty laid back and more established in whatever it is that they do for a living. So I'll go ahead and save you some time. If you're looking for a party building, then the Ashton probably isn't going to be the best fit. But if that's the case, feel free to drop me a line on IG, and I'll do whatever I can to direct you to a building that is more suitable. As we're walking into the lobby, you'll see a 24/7 concierge, along with more of a private seating area here with a fish tank, which I thought was different. I've walked through several buildings in Dallas, and I've never quite seen that before. You've also got a couple coffee machines over here, along with jars of dog treats, as well as 3 elevators that you'll see here in a second, right behind the concierge desk. In terms of parking, I mentioned the valet earlier, which is always nice, especially when you have guests in town. The valet hours are from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. on weekdays, and then 7 a.m. to 1 a.m. on weekends, which, as a sidebar, that's actually super late compared to other buildings that offer valet parking. So shout out to the Ashton on that. But you've also got more guest parking here on the ground beside the lobby. Obviously, this is all housed in a covered garage, which you always love to see. And then you also have 5 levels of resident parking, all enclosed by an automatic gate that you will see here in a second. And that gate will ping off of either your toll tag or a tag that is given to you by the leasing office. And you will also have a few EV chargers down here for if you need to give your Cybertruck a nice charge. Our first floor plan is going to be the 1-bedroom A11, and I like that it's staged because you'll see how they've got a smaller dinner table here for if you are still doing traditional meals, and you're also going to have hardwood throughout the common areas, tile in the kitchen and bathrooms, and carpet in your bedrooms. You'll also see Maytag appliances in your kitchens, along with your own tub and shower, with a dual vanity in the bathroom. And then there is no window in your bedroom, as I can imagine that this might be a deal breaker for some, so I wanted to make sure that I called that out. But you will then have a long balcony that you'll see towards the end here that faces the Crescent Hotel. All in all, I really don't mind this unit. A lot of it just depends on your criteria, and I've said this a couple times on my channel. I don't really care about having a whole lot of light in my bedroom. The apartment that I live in here in Dallas actually does not have a window, so a unit like this would actually be a good fit for someone such as myself, because you still get the floor-to-ceiling windows in the living room, of which will be shining through beyond the balcony. Next up, we've got our B6 2-bedroom, and this is very big, coming in at well over 1,500 square feet. Definitely one of the largest 2-bedrooms that I've ever shot on my channel, and you'll see how it opens up as we peer into the living room. You'll also see that these units have a common theme in terms of brown cabinets and white quartz countertops. The bedrooms on this one will feel totally different than the A6 that we just saw. You'll see here in a sec that both bedrooms have those floor-to-ceiling windows that we love to see, and I can see this floor plan being a good fit for someone that works from home and needs a spare office, or even a family that has one kid. And you'd be surprised by the amount of people that have been reaching out to me here recently. It seems like there's a ton of folks that work remotely and want to give Dallas a try for a couple of years, and they are needing a second room to set up their monitors. And if that's the case for you, then the B6 here at the Ashton would be worth considering. So next up is our 1-bedroom penthouse, and this penthouse is definitely unique compared to some of the other penthouses that I've showed on my channel. To me, it actually feels more like a spacious 1-bedroom. Pretty sure that this is called a penthouse mainly because of the long wall of floor-to-ceiling windows that allows for the maximum amount of light to shine in. And then you have the kitchen that is tucked in the corner, which I actually don't mind because it gives you so much space in the living room for activities. So you can build bunk beds out here, or you can do some aerobics. You can even do some karate, all with a large enough island to host the friends and family. But all in all, I think this was my favorite unit that I got to see. I classify it as more of a larger 1-bedroom as opposed to a penthouse, but at the end of the day, it's up to you on how you want to describe it in case you want to brag to your homies that you've got a penthouse in downtown Dallas. All right, so a quick pause. If you're getting any value whatsoever from this video, then you got to do this thing just like all of these people are doing. And the reason why they're doing it is because being a locator here in Dallas, I do have relationships with the majority of the leasing offices in this area, and I can help you qualify for additional incentives and move-in bonuses that can help make your living situation just a little more affordable. Because I am being incentivized by the building to bring new residents through the door, it's not like you would be cutting me a check for my services. That is being taken care of by the other party. So it is absolutely no sweat off of your back to go ahead and reach out. So one last time, if you need help finding a building or a unit here in Dallas, feel free to do this thing, and I will do absolutely the best that I can for you. Switching gears over to the amenities, I'm just going to go ahead and show you the pool lounge, which is up here on the 5th floor, that will lead out to the pool area here in a sec. But you've got some seating area here, a vending machine, coffee machine, as well as a soda machine. which will then lead into the pool area. And I think they actually had a lot of seating out here in terms of loungers and chairs and tables. And you'll see how it opens up more towards the back behind the grills. You've then also got a super long pergola on the other side of the pool that's covered in vines and greenery. It looks very serene and feels very chill, as you're going to have a couple more gas grills and outdoor TVs underneath for if you're looking to cool off and get some shade. So next up, down on the ground level, we have our gym that comes stocked with cold water bottles in the mini fridge here, an electric scale, and right off the bat, not a ton of machines in here. I did notice a decent amount of free weights. I think the dumbbells went up to about 75 pounds. No loose barbells, but you will have a Smith machine along with some cardio equipment. So depending on how much time you spend in the gym or the types of exercises you do, that will determine on if you will be canceling or holding on to your gym membership. And if it were me, I like to do a ton of compound lifts. I need my loose barbells. I need more space. I'm a pretty tall guy. I take up a bunch of space as it is. So personally, I know I would need more equipment. And although the Ashton does have a very nice gym, I would definitely be holding on to my gym membership somewhere else. And then right across from the gym, we've got a work from home space. There's two desktops. I think one of them was a Dell PC and the other one was an iMac, along with a printer, which I thought was cool. And then to the left, you've got a conference room with double glass door and windows, of which can be reserved for residents upon their request. You then have a screening room down near the gym, and I thought it was kind of cool as you're walking through the hallway / art gallery on the way into the actual theater room. But the bulk of these amenities are all going to be on the ground level except for the pool and the pool lounge. And as we're actually going into the moving room, I think I counted 15 chairs, so really not a bad amount of space if you're trying to get in a quick movie. But you'll see me then walk back out the door and into the hallway again where Ashton has their wine cellar. So basically just a spot for residents to keep their spirits nice and fresh. Each box is numbered with a lock and key, and if you reserve one of these, you'll have access to it 24/7. And then right behind the wine cellar, we'll have the main lounge area. I like how they had two TVs mounted above the stove. For a second, I thought I might have been at a sports bar, but you've got a pretty sizable kitchen down here. So if you live in a smaller unit, or maybe you're hosting a larger group and you want to cook, and if you don't want to feel crammed inside of your apartment, you will have full access to rent this area out along with a dining room in the back. And lastly, we have our dog park, which is for residents only. When I came out here, it smelled good. It looked pretty clean. They actually power wash this turf twice a week. So shout out to the management team for that. It is also gated. It is very safe, very secure, and you've got a decent amount of elbow room for your furry friends to stretch their legs and take care of business. So that is going to wrap us up here in the Ashton. And if you still have questions about this building, or maybe you still need help finding an apartment in the area, feel free to drop me a line. All of my information is below in the description, and I would be more than happy to do the best that I absolutely can for you. And now that you're done watching this video, I can imagine that some of you might be scratching your head thinking, you know what, I think the Ashton might not be the best fit for me. Wasn't the biggest fan of the pool. I don't really care too much for the amenities or the floor plans. And if that's the case, feel free to check out this playlist, because I made a video tour much like this one over some of the most popular buildings here in Dallas, which will be helpful if you want to do some more research. So with that, y'all stay out of trouble, and we'll catch you in the next video. Y'all be good.